There are major outbreaks of coronavirus in Japan, South Korea, and Italy. In Japan, all schools are closed for the next month at least. And yet, the United States is still receiving flights from all three of those countries. In fact, we aren't even screening arrivals for the virus. Congresswoman and Democratic presidential candidate Tulsi Gabbard of Hawaii says that needs to change. She joins us tonight. Congresswoman, thanks so much for coming on. So,
thanks, Tucker.
Obviously, there's an economic cost to shutting down routes or to inconveniencing passengers. You think we need to do it anyway. Tell us why.
We do, because first of all, let's look at the first move that was taken by the Trump administration to suspend flights coming from China to protect the safety and health and well-being of the American people, to prevent the spread of coronavirus here to our shores. Similarly, this is what needs to happen with Japan, South Korea, and Italy, these other countries who are going through a serious outbreak that they are dealing with. And like you said, there is still no screening taking place, not only on arrival with people coming here, but what I think needs to be done is people should be tested before they get on the plane. In that case and in that instance, if people are tested, they come out negative, then they can go about their business. This will have some economic impact. There's no doubt about it. But that impact in the short term now, by taking this action, will pale in comparison to the economic hardship and challenges we'll face in this country if these flights are allowed to continue. People are coming here potentially infected with this virus, and then it is allowed to continue to spread. The hardship on the lives of the American people and the hardship on our economy will be far-reaching and longer-lasting.
So just to put this in context for our viewers, you represent, of course, the state of Hawaii, which I would bet has more direct flights to Asia than any other place in the United States. It's a major source of revenue for your state. And so this would mean Hawaii takes a big hit, but you're still in favor of it. That's how concerned you are.
We have to have foresight and recognize the priority for our leaders is to ensure the safety and health and well-being of the people of my home state of Hawaii, the people of our country. And taking this step now is necessary to be able to accomplish that, because if we don't, then it's too late. Then the coronavirus may have already taken root. And again, you're looking at impact on jobs, impact on schools, impact, yes, on a state like ours that's heavily dependent on tourism, that will be far more long-lasting and devastating.
No, that's right. So what would you say? I mean, this is a conversation that's kind of popped up a couple of times in the last week, but each time it does, the people who raise it are denounced as xenophobic. How would you respond to that?
It's looking at the facts and looking at the reality. Unfortunately, there has been some xenophobia around this outbreak that began in China that must be denounced. Really what we're talking about is the United States, the American people, as well as how small this global community is and how essential it is that we work with other countries to be able to prevent this from becoming an all-out pandemic. And so, look, I want to make a direct appeal to President Trump at this point to break through the bureaucracy, break through the red tape that we're seeing from agencies like the CDC and the FDA in order to broaden the testing criteria to make it so that anyone who has symptoms can actually get a test, and to make sure that these tests are readily available, whether it's in a doctor's office, in a hospital, at our airports, or even as they're doing in countries like Scotland and South Korea. There's a drive-through station. You can go in and get the test and be in and out in less than 10 minutes, rather than having the kind of prolonged testing that we're having now, where the CDC only tests a very few people because of their narrow criteria. And then you've got to wait 4 days if you're one of those people who gets tested. Potentially, if you have the virus, putting you in a place where you're exposing other people and putting them at risk. We've got to get on the ball on this.
It seems like a no-brainer for sure. Congressman, thank you so much for saying that. You're one of the few. Appreciate it.